Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here, and I'm on the FTOG Ozone Skyblock Reborn server, hanging out down here below my mob farm in the storage and processing area, because when I started the last video, I made the disenchanter that's sitting there right there, there to your right, my left, and it needed XP. Which is not all that hard to do. I went ahead and crafted this, the experience pylon, and I set it up. We've got the little Ender IO conduit to move stuff around, and XP that happens in an area, which is fairly large because as I was disenchanting stuff here on the grindstone, it was getting snatched by the experience pylon. But it doesn't seem like it's catching it as fast as the absorption hopper, so it must be far enough away. Anyway, if I stand up here and crouch, it sucks my XP in and makes the liquid XP that's necessary in here. And this is going to hold a lot of XP, which is amazing. But okay, I also upgraded to these pipes from the pipes mod, and they're so much better. In that, they do have these upgrades, and I've got the ultimate pipe upgrades. The thing about that is that makes them super fast, which is great, but they can also have on here filters. So what I've got here, everything upstairs in the mob farm is getting captured by the absorption hopper. XP goes off that direction, and items either go down into the chest or directly into here. And I'm happy with it doing both, because that's why I've got the second piece down here. So stuff that gets sucked out can also get sucked out here if it can't process fast enough. It goes really fast. These netherite upgrades are really fast, which is great. However, I do have leftover bits. Oh, let me grab those little guys. They go into here. They're random enough that I really don't have an option for them. However, I do have here these things to scan. I'm trying to think of items I can sit there and say, I don't want stone swords, bows, any chainmail, leather, or gold. I'm going to add a new one, shift click that in there, and I'm going to remove the NBT data and then submit that. And all those shoes that were up there, all those gold ones, gone. So that works really nice in reducing the amount of overhead this makes. So if there's iron weapons, which zombies occasionally have, or if there's iron armor, which they occasionally have, they'll still drop in here. I don't have rules for them. And that's how I got, I think it was my obsidian leggings was from a drop of a mob in there. So there's still a little bit, which is why I've got this to be the netherite chest, which is as big as I can make it for here. Anyway, one of the things that I did want to do, now that I've got this, I can pull enchantments off of stuff, and I pulled off an enchantment of Aqua Infinity that was on one of those helmets. The benefit of that, let's go to starting base and then, oh, nighttime. Let's come over to here. This allows me to do enchanting. I want this wand of the forest, and so I'm going to right click this on place, and I'd forgotten you gotta crouch right click the spark so that it gets charged. I'm going to toss this book down and then hit the block with a wand before my magnet picks it back up again. I need to get a Signalia down here to stop that magnet, but that's okay. Spittoon, right click. There's the click. That tells me a spell was done, and my magnet picked it up. As soon as it gives you that click, you don't need the book there anymore. Anyway, I can grab this, and now I've got Aqua Affinity tossed onto this device at the cost of just a little bit of mana. That's okay. I've got a lot of mana. I'm fine with that. Oh, while I'm here, I'm going to take a stack of this grass I just grabbed from the Twilight Forest, and I want to convert it, and it... Yep, I just heard the chunk of the piston down here, so there's not enough mana in here. It's going to start to, there, it just spit out one of these fuels, and it just fired off one of the plants. I love it. It's automatic. It's so great. All right, let's come back over to here, because I want the Aqua Affinity off of there. Wait, is that's my refined, why is my helmet, why did it switch? That's just weird. Okay, well, I stripped off Air affinity. No, actually, I want both of them on there. Let's toss that in there. Here's aqua affinity, and I don't need this leather cap anymore, so I'm just toss it in there. Bye. What I do want to do is I already had air affinity on my helmet until I just stripped it off, but I want to add aqua affinity. Air affinity means if I'm standing in the air, which since I can fly now, I do that a lot when I'm breaking stuff. I break it as if my feet are on the floor. Aqua affinity does the same thing if I'm underwater, which happens in the Twilight Forest. If I'm underwater, I can break things faster than the natural slowdown, which means I want to have the aqua affinity and air affinity on my helmet. Didn't mean to strip that off. Let's see. So that's 2 XP or 2 levels. No, let's put you like this. And that's also 2 levels. All right. I am going to go, give me, no, that's store. Give me 2 levels. Let's do one of these. It's aqua affinity. Done. And air affinity 3 levels. Okay, let's grab that. All right. And then you and you. And now I've got both air affinity and aqua affinity on my helmet. I really like having Unbreaking, Mending, Soulbound as the bottom spells, but it doesn't matter. Now I've got an extra aqua affinity book. And the whole reason why I did that duplication with enchanting it with Botania was so that I can now have an extra spell book. So if I get disconnected, my network has been really crappy the last 3 days. Okay, turns out it wasn't my end. It was the server that actually crashed. And looking at the crash log, I'm going, what is it about solar flux solar panels that are doing it? So I'll dig into that later. But anyway, the thing I was saying is I'm really glad to have here books, air affinity, aqua affinity. So anything that I want to enchant here, I can through these books. And that's how I got, all of these have Unbreaking, Mending, Soulbound on them. This has protection 4. This has magic protection because, once you have too much protection, it really doesn't matter. This has blast protection because I really hate creepers. And this has fire protection, which means when I touch lava, it's not nearly as bad. I don't need feather falling, although that's normally what I would toss on boots because I've got the flight ring, and so things were fine. So yeah, that's what I tossed in there. Oh yeah, this Silk Touch, Efficiency 4, Leech, which means I get a little health when I kill something. Unbreaking, Mending, Soulbound. I love that. I really bugs me that my ring here, my angel ring, I can't enchant it. Dang it. And I really want to. Anyway, since I was here, I made these pasture seeds, and I'm going to combine it with green dye. I had a stack of cactus, well, I had more, because I want to despawn my areas. So if we come over here to the mystical agricultural area, I moved this around over to here just to do this block, because with the Supremium watering can, that's all I need. And I'm going to get rid of those. I'm also going to get rid of this extra dirt, this Terra Preta. It does nothing. At least not with the mystical agriculture stuff. I looked at it because this one has it, that one does not. Well, these 3 have it and that one does not. I saw 0 difference in how they were growing. And so no speed. So and I don't care. There are something you can do with the mystical agriculture that will put some additional growth accelerators underneath. Not necessary with the watering can. Anyway, I hit the dirt here with these pasture seeds, and they gave me vivid grass. It's a nice bright green. Did that the same over here. We'll get to that. But these areas of regular grass, I sometimes still get mobs spawning here. So I'm going to hit this. And since I've got a lot of these seeds, I'm going to hit it with several. And my goal is to sit there and convert all of this to the vivid grass. And I can break the stuff that didn't get converted, put that down as dirt, and it'll slowly spread. Because I did 4 pieces over there, and it finally spread over here. Likewise, I'm going to do the same thing here and something over on that side. And I'll fiddle with that some more. And again, you see these little guys down here? Don't like them. So I'm going to hit one here, one there, and that should do that side. And we need some more over here and some more over there. And so I'm just going to convert all of this to vivid grass. Some of these I might change to something else. And, all I need is just grass and the cactus. So I could use Botania flowers to do the other. Anyway, I'm just going to convert most of these to the vivid. And will that look strange in some places? Yes. Yes, it will. Specifically, we just snuck right through there. Specifically, looking at this here where the savanna biome is changing the leaf blocks and it looks kind of ugly. I'm going to do that. But you can see, I got too many pigs. I'm done with having these. Added observable to the server. Well, Torgal did. That allows me to scan and see what's causing the most lag. And the golem I had over there was causing too much lag. And I also realized without the observable, I just realized that all the cats I had around here was producing lag more than I really wanted. I am keeping him there for, a good reason to encourage the others to not do it. And this one, I'll probably do another. There's a dry grass, something that's kind of dull and sad. And anyway, that's what I'm looking at doing with that. Speaking of this over here, I've got some holes that I drilled in. And I really don't need this block here. That was preventing the golem from getting around and doing stuff and going through those portals. I don't need that anymore. Although, I keep tempted to sit there and put the golem back because I don't like the wandering pigmen from getting through, but it's a small thing. Wrong key. This way. What I do want to do is make a couple, drop down, make a couple mining portals. Now, this is in the pack, and we did the catalyst earlier to get into the underground, and that's not all that expensive to make. I wiggled my hand too hard. The Ender Star we did before, I think it was for the Angel Ring. Anyway, that's also not hard to make, although I needed to make a lot of these. And then a netherite pick, no problem. I'm going to go ahead and make this mining dimension teleporter. And if you want all the mining dimension or mining world mod portals, you need to make 4 of these mining dimension teleporters. One of them you use in here, and this makes another mining portal. Yeah, there's a difference. We'll find out. Really, Millie? She just got fed, so I don't know why she's screaming. Anyway, make the nether mining portal. I have words with my problems today. And an N mining portal. So let's go ahead and grab that. There we go. And I don't need these things on my bar because I'm going to... There we go. Let's fly over here, and it speeds up moving around so nicely. All right, I'm going to put this one here. Oh, that looks... Yeah, cool. And this one there. And then you're going here, and you're going there. Cool. I just kind of wish we had that same axe on top, but I could see why they're using the wood piece for that. So to get in there, I think you just right click. That looks like a yes. And I am going to toss down some lights in this cave I'm in. And looking up, it looks like there's all sorts of mobs that will spawn in here. Really, Millie? And hi, welcome to the desk. What are you looking for? I see. Oh, that's dead end here, emerald ore. Because this is, whoop, let's go down here. Stop bonking my mouse, Edie. Oh, nope, I shouldn't kill him. He ignores me because I've got the charm on. And if I kill him, it'll do damage to my charm. So I shan't do that. Let's just continue lighting this up because I don't want other mobs to come get me while I'm mining stuff. All right. And so we're all done this way. So if I've played with this. There's a bedrock layer up at the build height and a bedrock layer down at the bottom build depth. Can't call it a build height down at the bottom, but the build depth. Anyway, they are there. This allows me to come in here, and there's all sorts of ores in this area. So I can bring in my digital miner and I can mine stuff top to bottom. I will program it so that it will put cobble, because you can see all these mobs here. That's a lot of tick of mobs spawning here, and I don't like that idea. Right click back out. Yay! Now this mining portal is, oh, interesting. These are just another mining dimension, and that's mining world. Oh, that would explain why we've got two of these mining dimension portals. This one is like this, but different. I'm right clicking you. Crouch right click. Crouch right click for those. All right. This is your classic mining dimension world. We're up here at Y69, and this goes down. I'm trying to remember if this goes down to the -64 or just to 0. I don't recall. I won't say, but this is your typical solid mining world, and I'm not seeing any passive mob spawns up here, which is fine for me. But the other thing that's really cool is grass. So much grass. Not that I care, because I'm turning it into other colors. Hey, I'm going to turn it into another color. So this is handy for this here. I did notice what looks like kind of a bug when I crouch and go back. Ooh, I'm not seeing it here. In single player, I got an additional one put on top, which is just strange, but okay. Let's go to the nether. Let's go to the nether. So this, I'm up at 130, and again, it looks like it's a solid nether. I'm not seeing any indications of mobs spawning on here at all, which means this is much easier for me to get netherrack here. And if I shred up this place, who cares? What's this, gold? Yep, that's gold ore. Plenty of these ores. I don't know if any of the other modded ores are in here. Doesn't look like it just from here on the surface. I'm just seeing gold and, yeah, gold and nether quartz. Interesting. I'll have to take, there's possibly ancient debris down low that I could also snag. This one, because it doesn't look like there's any mobs spawning, I really don't care about replacing what I mine with cobble, because there's no mob spawning. Doesn't matter. All right, let's crouch back out. And then the end portal is very similar. There we go. Oh, this looks like it's got, well, there's coal. There's ender ores. And do I see, there's redstone, copper. So far, I'm not really seeing, there's, oh, anglicite. Oh, extreme reaction. So this looks like the place that we're going to find more of the strange stuff. Ender organ. So yeah, I'll grab my, and again, I'm not seeing anything here by way of mob spawning. So I don't think I'll need to put the right click here. I don't want to crouch around here too much, because that duplicates these miserables, which they're cute, and I've used them elsewhere, but I don't really need them. Away they go. All right, so now I'm going to use these. This one definitely looks like it's got a huge amount of vanilla ores in there, but mobs, lots and lots of mobs. So probably the others more. Anyway, yeah. So that means I can get a lot more ores going. Cool. It's been about a day, and I can tell that it's been about a day because the sun's going down. It's been about a day since I did the last piece, and I've been busy here. I spent a bunch of time in the end world and mined the entire area around my digital miner for all ores, and that was quite productive. It was like 4,000 ores. But the other thing I did is all of the grass spaces now are Botania grass. I went with the scorched over here, and of course we've got the phantoms. I went with the scorched over here because, die you guys, because, you know, it's the mob farm, it's blood, it's, you know, all that sort of thing. Ha, that'll teach you guys. Anyway, so I went with that, and just because it was different. I also noticed that all the little green grass that I had kicked around here just looked weird, and I wish grass would be actual color of the ground, but oh well. This one I went with. This is the Prismarine. It's kind of a watery theme. I wanted something different, and then we went with the very hyper green everywhere else. This is kind of the mystical purple, and that's uh, hey, there's some grass that didn't. Huh. I broke all the grass here so that this dry grass could spread, but evidently there was some regular grass blocks still here. I'll re-break those so it can spread. Anyway, that's really worked well in that we don't have the various passive mobs spawning here, except, you know, occasionally something happening there with the water. But that's okay, they all flush away. Let's get rid of this. No, that's, yeah, that goes there. Okay, so I've done a bunch of, here, I'm going to do a quick toggle of sleep so the phantoms don't get me. There, done. Anyway, so I've done a bunch of things over here. One of the things I did was I don't need the 4 areas because it takes much longer for this to cycle through as it's doing that entire area there. Instead, it's just doing the 9x9 and it cycles through and then restarts again, which when I'm using my watering can here works extremely well. I'll just do this so you can kind of see it makes a lot of these plants grow super fast. So as my harvester wanders by, it's got more stuff to work with. And oh, I just duplicated one of my seeds. So I haven't needed, you know, that huge plot because I just have this one. So my takeaway, make yourself the watering can as soon as possible, and then as you get inferium that you can build up into the higher tiers, make the higher tiers. And the supremium is as high as I can go. There's a weight supremium, but I don't need anything bigger than that. This one here has an area of set 11x11, which is bigger than this. This is 9x9. So it works extremely well. In fact, I went over to the end, planted some chorus fruit, hit it with my watering can, and they grew so fast. So it's fantastic. This works. You can see I just got almost a stack and a half of inferium seeds in the few seconds I was here. We got a little bit of other stuff, signalum. Yes, I've planted some other things in here. Let's go talk mystical agriculture. Yes, it's a tongue twister. At least it is for me this early in the morning. The next day, let's put all that stuff away. All right, so I've gone ahead and made areas so I can make nether stars, which is fantastic. I am starting to get this fertilized essence, not that I've used any of it yet, but you can see I've got a lot of inferium seeds, almost 16,000. I'm about ready to start voiding things, and a few extra nether star seeds, which is fine. Now, what I have done, and I showed this off earlier, is this is crafting all the different tiers, but it's also doing the nether star stuff. And I have a second one here in a botany pot to sit there and drop into the system. And this also is working. I don't need that if I'm going with the watering can route. It's so very efficient. So it's time for me to explain a secret about mystical agriculture. And you know, this is something that you're going to want to come close. Okay, you want to come a little bit closer than that. Okay, that's too close. Perfect. Okay, let me tell you the secret of mystical agriculture. Ready? It's all about plants. Okay, so it is. You're making everything from plants, and that's okay because this, if done well, ticks far less than having, say, huge flocks of, you know, sheep and cows and pigs and chickens and all that, because they each individually are trying to pathfind and cause issues. You also don't need to go out and massively mine things. You can make from these plants what you need. So I'm all about that. Now, one of the things that I'm really in a weird state in that I pushed hard to get lots of Inferium or Insanium. And you may be saying, how much Insanium? That much Insanium. That is what 2-3 days of AFKing with the watering can in your hand will do for you. Is that insane? Yes, that is insane. But that's fine. Anyway, let me make some other more beginning things. So I'm going to make the air and the earth and the... Okay, this one I am going to grab all of you out. Let's make one of you. Grab the rest. Because unfortunately they don't stack. How did that make that there when I just did... Fine, we'll make the next fire one here. I guess it's got to be made in my crafting ring. There we go. Let's make the other two. That can go away. Let's come over to here. This is the water one. And if the buckets would stack, that would make life really nice. You know, I didn't want to have fire or gold ore here. Mystical glamour. All right, I want that's fire, there's water. There we go. And now I can go to here, put that there, go make the rest, get rid of it. All right, so now I've got the air, earth, fire, water, and I always go in that order. And I don't know where I learned that, but air, earth, fire, water, that's the order in which I go with them. And to make this happen, I'm going to need some seeds. Now, these prosperity-based seeds, you just take the prosperity shards, surround it, you know, on 4 sides, boom, done, prosperity sheets. Plus, I'm going to need some Inferium essence for that. But I was also busy, and I made some other seed bases. Let's go down here. Some other of these agglomeratio. These make the various bits. So I'm going to make mystical flowers, so I can make the Botania flowers that I need. Oh, go back up here. Nature agglomeratio, which does a lot of good stuff. Nether and honey. Yeah, I went ahead and did a trick where you plant either an oak or a birch. And of course, I've got to look over here because I did it in that direction. You plant an oak or a birch sapling next to at least 2 flowers. And next to, I think it's got to be within 2 blocks. So I just put down a whole bunch of daffodils, daisies, yellow. And then I just worked to have them grow. And there's a 5% chance for them to grow with a beehive. And I did that enough times that I got me some bees. Let's go down here. I've got the campfires underneath. I put them in this room so they were encased. And then I also put down some flowers here, some extra dirt to put the flowers. And I've got in here 3 bees nests. And then I got some honeycombs that I was able to make another beehive. So I had 4. And I filled them up with bees by breeding them. Because it turns out that these too tall, you can just twerk as many of those as you want. So that makes life real easy. So that's how I got the bees. And since I've got the bees now, I decided to make the honey agglomeratio. This is the end agglomerato, and it needs this level of stuff. And then I also made the prismarine, because again, why not? So these are all the different bits I need. And to make this happen, I need to make this, the infusion altar and 8 infusion pedestals. And they're not hard. It's stone, gold, and red dye. And if we take a look at this one, it's just a little bit less stone. So I went over to here, and I made myself a little floating island because of course I did. And I put this down in the center, and it shows little tiny vague outlines, which is exactly what I needed to figure out what was going where. Let's go put that here. And then, since this is the first tier seed, and you look at, it doesn't show this here, use this seed here, tier elemental. So it's not even a first tier, it's a low level tier. Anyway, it wants 4 of the Inferium and the 4 agglomeratio, and then a redstone signal of some sort. And so I buried a redstone block underneath before, but it constantly ticks saying, hey, are you really sure you want to, do something right now? Whereas right now I just hit it with the button and that works. All right, let's grab the next earth. And it's the same principle over and over and over again. And that will go ahead and make for me the earth. And I'll repeat that for all the rest of these. And here's my earth seed. What I will do is I will come down to here and I see some inferium. These are inferiums. Oh yeah, do you like how I've got the insanium soil? Yes, I have 80 blocks of insanium made into the soil. But that's okay, it works. All right, I don't need that. Oh, here's my air. So we'll go air, earth, fire, water, and we're still in inferium. Cool. Now let's put the earth down there. And I'm going to hit this real quick with this so I can get the grown plants and the essence. Why are you not growing? Come on, hurry up and grow. There we go. Right click that real quick. Get this one to grow. Come on, you know you want to grow. Because I want both the seeds and the essence it produces, I want them stored in my drawers over there. There we go. And I'll break these two, and the hopper is too fast. That's okay. I will zip over here, whee, super fast, and go around the back. And then anything that doesn't go into the drawers goes into here, and that's exactly what I needed. And so I'll take, say, we'll make, that's air, that's earth. Let's grab the two essences. There they are. So there's the air essence and the earth essence. And since that's full, I'll put that right there. And now it's in the system. So I need to grab these seeds back. I could replant them. And now, as that just automatically grows and gets harvested, it goes into that storage system. And I'll do that for all of my seeds that I'm making. Put those there, and boom, this will fully automatically take care of that. I do need to make sure that has an emerald upgrade, and then I need to put void upgrades on all of them. So none of this backs up elsewhere, because that would be bad. I don't want to back up. I want it to just work magically, because that's the whole essence of mystical agriculture. It's magic. All right, let's take the fire. Put you. Oh, I'm missing one. There we go. And that's the essence. Now, from these essences, I can do other things, which is why I'm producing these. Plus, there's quests for them, so why not? But I'm just using these to gather extra resources that will help me in my quest to have all the things, but in a server responsible way, instead of something that takes a huge amount of tick on the server. All right, so there's air, earth, fire, water, and there, done. So there's that done. I'm going to make the rest of these off camera. You don't need to see that, but that's the essence of mystical agriculture. I'm going to change this. I don't need that much room to do this. This is going to be pretty much as big of a plot as I'm going to have, because I can AFK here with my watering can and just kick this into high speed. I don't really need to have a ton of different things. I mentioned these don't work, and I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of all that. Oh, and this group here is those don't do anything. So I don't need that on here. I don't want to put the huge amount of the growth accelerators that mystical agriculture uses. That's not necessary. It doesn't need to be instantaneous. I've got the freaking premium watering can. Stop waving my hands, Grok. And so this works super fast. And so I don't need anything more. And the more you pile in here, the more it ticks, which is not kind. But it's going to work. So this needs a revamping. I need a path here. I also need to reduce this into one chunk. Not really sure these do anything. I think they stay online for like after 10 minutes and then they stop, which is okay. I really only need this to work while I'm here. So there we go, a little bit deeper into mystical agriculture. We solved the passive mob spawn issue going on here, and we have access to those extra mining dimensions back there. And they're weird in that it looks like they're mostly vanilla ores. I didn't find, well, there was one big reactor ore in the end. I guess there was also the ender ore, which you can smelt into ender pearls, which I have lots from my mob farm. But the nether one looks like all I can find in there is gold and netherrack or nether quartz, which I did mine an inventory worth of nether quartz out of there with my fortune pick, so that was useful. And I don't feel like I'm so low on nether quartz, but I will do some mining as I still need some various bits. But I'm gonna make me the various plants. I'm gonna make me emerald ore plant, the diamond plants. You know, pretty much anything that I'm gonna be needing. I'm gonna make me a plant. Plant one of them here. Boom, done. I really don't need the inferium plants here anymore because I've got so much insanium. It's insane. Anyway, this has been Grok the DuckFarmer here, playing on the FTOG Ozone Skyblock Reborn server and having a blast with mystical agriculture. It's a fun mod that, yeah, it's a little grindy in places, but it gives me everything I need. And thanks for watching. Bye.